Hey, I'm Andrea, and today I'll be reading you from Usborne Illustrated Norse Myths. Odin's Thirst for Knowledge. Odin, all-father of the gods, longed to learn the secrets of all the realms. He knew that Yggdrasil, the world tree, had 3 mighty roots. The first drank from the well of Urd in Asgard itself and was tended by the Norns, women who controlled the destiny of all living things. Odin decided to climb down the second route, following it deep into the mountains of Jotunheim, realm of the giants. Here, Yggdrasil's route led him to a well, guarded by a gnarled, ugly monster god named Mimir. "Let me drink from your well," Odin called out. "No," said Mimir. "This water isn't for me to share. It holds the secrets of the universe itself." "I am the All-Father," cried Odin. "I demand a drink." "What can you possibly give me in return?" "My eyes have seen many wondrous things. I will give you one of them." Mimir agreed and watched as Odin plucked out one eye and placed it in a cup. Odin drank from the well and learned many secrets, but the water also made him thirsty for more knowledge. He followed the third and deepest of Yggdrasil's roots. Down, down he went, seeing nothing and no one, until a squirrel scampered past him. "Little squirrel," called Odin, "what lies below?" "Niflheim," replied the squirrel, "the realm of ice, where the wicked go when they die." It laughed at him. "Didn't you know that? And they call you the first of the Aesir, the wisest god of all." Odin grabbed the squirrel by its tail. "You dare to taunt me, impudent creature? Just who do you think you are?" "I am Ratatosk. Be careful before you threaten me, one-eyed Odin. I have friends everywhere. From the great eagle who nests at the top of Yggdrasil, to the dragon Nidhogg, who sits at the very bottom." Reluctantly, Odin released his grip, and the squirrel raced away. Odin journeyed deeper and deeper, until a cold wind whipped around him. Odin clung tightly to the icy root. "Go back!" shouted a voice from the depths. Odin squinted into the wind with his remaining eye, but he could see no one. "Show yourself!" he called into the darkness. "Turn back!" came the voice again. "You must return to the land of the living." "I am Odin," shouted the god, "and I go where I please. Now show yourself." But the wind grew stronger and louder, roaring in Odin's ears. "This is the land of the dead, and you are not welcome here," said the voice on the wind, and the whole chorus of voices chanted, "Go back, go back, go back." Odin was too stubborn to move, but the wind was relentless. At last, he stopped fighting and began the long climb back to Asgard. But he was not giving up. If Niflheim was the land of the dead, then to discover its secrets, he himself would have to die. Up in the hills of Asgard, Odin stood beside Yggdrasil's wide trunk. He grabbed a spear and thrust it through his body and into the tree. For 8 days and nights, he hung from the spear, his spirit deep in the realm of the dead. There, he discovered the secrets of reading and writing runes and the workings of magic. On the 9th day, Odin came back to life. But still, he wanted to know more. He built a throne in Yggdrasil's upper branches, from where he could survey all the realms. Now he could see to the edges of the world, but he wanted to hear too. So he sent out 2 ravens, who returned each evening to perch on his shoulders and whisper into his ears everything they had heard. At last, Odin truly was the All-Father, Lord of gods and men. What would you give to know the secrets of the universe? Have you ever heard or seen this Odin on television, online, or perhaps in a film?